Alright, so welcome back to the comic reviews here on Comic Youniverse, the only nerd-centric thing you need in your life. DPZ rolling solo once again, and this time I got another comic review. Yeah, I'm just rolling them out. Another one gifted to us at Youniverse from our good friend, the Mount Vernon kid. Chris, I know you're watching this. And yeah, thank you once again for this book. And this is from Titan Comics, or Titan Press. I think it's Titan Books, whatever. It's the same guys who do Doctor Who comics now. Hercules, Wrath of the Heavens. Now, Hercules, Wrath of the Heavens is a mini-series that is essentially a sci-fi retelling of the mythos of Hercules. The 12 Labors, essentially. Basically the only thing he's known for. But yes, this isn't exactly like your typical Greek myth. This is, like I said, a total sci-fi retelling of the Hercules mythos, and they do some really interesting stuff with it. Now, the big thing is that these are from creators I have no idea how to pronounce their names, or I'm not even going to try, but this comic is really cool of how they delve into the 12 Labors of Hercules. Well, at least the first few. I'll get to that in a moment. But this does follow the original story of the Hercules mythos, in that the story it goes is that Hercules, driven mad by Hera, murdered his family and now must to pay for his sins and make a redemption and have a redemption and see his family once more. He must complete 12 tasks given to him by the king Eurystheus. And in here, Eurystheus is a king, and the gods are a race of super powerful beings who run a race of warriors called the Sklave, and they're at war with another alien race called the Exagi. And the Exagi are kind of like the Covenant, but in that they're not like a religious group. It's more like a band of different aliens put together to face the Sklaves. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce what the Greek gods are called in here. They're called the Exakimakos. Like I said, I'm not even going to try to fucking pronounce those names. But, like I said, it's really difficult to say, so I'm just going to call them the Greek gods, even though it's kind of like the old thing of, they're gods, but they're also aliens. That whole chestnut. And in here, it's really cool how they mix it in, and especially how they redo the 12 Labors. Well, and like I said, the first few. The first one is that, of course, if you guys know the Greek myth, is that Hercules is sent to fight the Nemean lion. In here, each of the Greek continents or city-states are actually their own colony planets. And it's a neat mix of how they do the suits for Hercules. It's kind of like, the best way I could describe how this world works is like a weird mix of if Kratos was a part of the Gears of War universe. That's the best way to describe this comic, if you want to read it. It's Kratos if he was in the Gears of War universe. Because this definitely has a God of War meets Gears of War kind of story. But like I was going back to what I was saying, is that the Nemean lion in here is a cybernetic being, and what he's doing to the countryside I don't want to spoil, but it's kind of fucked up, but at the same time you feel bad for him. But at the same time, you're like, yeah, but you're horribly killing people. So I don't know what to tell you. And even Hercules is like, I don't fucking care, you're killing people. Following that, now, this is where things get interesting, is that what they do with the Hydra, and you may be thinking, well, yeah, the Hydra is going to be like another cybernetic monster, right? There's no way it could be anything different. Au contraire. This Hydra in this storyline, in this universe, is that it's a group of super soldiers who are all the same person. They're all cloned from the same mind, and thus making him immortal in a way. So it's a super soldier gone mad, and there's 7 of them, much like the 7 heads of the Hydra. And yeah, it's all a conspiracy by Hera. And I was like, holy shit, that's really cool. It even took me a moment to realize, oh, it's the legend of the Hydra. That's what it is. Okay. It took me a moment to, like, mentally register what exactly I was, I was reading. It took me a moment. In fact, when I was done reading that chapter, I was like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, that's neat. Following that is the other task that Hercules is given. Now, this is another task in which Hercules had to hunt a mysterious white stag that could not be caught. And in fact, it took Hercules a year to hunt it. And in here, it's an Exagi, which are, again, the name of the alien races, And in here, this one is a shapeshifter and a teleporter, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And she's hunting down generals. It's really cool. Like, I really enjoy, again, how there's more to it, and I don't want to spoil it. But there's, I really like that these new takes. Like, the writer could have easily gone the route of, hey, it's the same thing, but it's a robot, or hey. And yes, the Nemean lion, that's what the Nemean lion is, but yeah, the Hydra and the White Stag, totally different. Totally different angle played with them. Now, like I said earlier, is that this only deals with a handful of the trials of Hercules, because Chris, I don't know if you're watching this, but what the hell am I saying? Of course you're watching this, is that I don't know if you're like watching this and going, yeah, I know there's another volume, but the way this comic ends, it makes me go, that's it? That's the story? I didn't see like a volume 1 on this book. Like, it just looked like a one and done story, and I have yet to see a volume 2. So there's only 5 issues. It's a 5-part story in this trade, and it just ends. And that's my biggest problem, is that I don't know. It leaves off so many questions. Like, there's stuff with Athena in here. There's this bigger plot going on against Hera, and it just leaves you going, wait, where's the... You're kind of like Woody in that part of Toy Story 2, where he's like, come on, let's see the next episode! So I don't know if the guys behind this story are... the guys behind this story are, like, making a second part, but as it stands, it's just kind of like, it just ends. Like, it just suddenly ends. But other than that, this is really cool. I'm really hoping there's a sequel out there somewhere, or if it's being made already. So, yeah. Do I recommend this? If you love science fiction and the Greek myths, go check this book out. You'll really enjoy it. It's a bloody good time. It's not for young readers, and also not for the faint of heart. There is some violence in there. In fact, there's an alien with a vagina for a face. I didn't make that up. That's the thing. So there you go, guys. Aside from, I'm hoping that there's a sequel out there, and maybe there is. But there you go. There's my review for Hercules: Wrath of the Heavens. I recommend it. Tune in next time, because the next series of books I'll be doing are Dark Horse's X Comics by Dwayne Drazinski. But if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends and family and followers on social media, and hope you all enjoyed this comic review. And once again, hope you all, we'll see you once again in the Youniverse.